the Tex Randall statue. I don't know what this means, but I don't know what the Tex Randall statue is. But we found it. It's like in the middle of a neighborhood. It's really crazy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Texas is wild, man. Once we left Wichita Falls, we made our way towards our final destination of day one, Amarillo. We tried to stop in as many small towns as we could, but we were fighting daylight at that point. One of the stops was a little town called Electra, named after Carmen, obviously. Highlight, cemetery, a couple abandoned buildings, some old rusted out trucks and stuff like that. Another pass-through town along the way, Chillicothe. Home to America's largest Rubik's Cube, yay! But again, just more dilapidated buildings. It's crazy to see. It's like something out of a zombie movie, I'm telling you. Look at this. It's crazy. One of my favorite stops on this trip was a little town called Childress. It's pretty much located right between Wichita Falls and Amarillo. And just like I told you back in Decatur, Texas, these downtowns all look the same. Look at this courthouse. It's like the centerpiece of the downtown. But the only difference is, like I said, Decatur is thriving, and as you're about to see, this downtown is certified dead. Welcome to downtown Childress. This town, if you can believe it, is host to nearly 6,000 residents. This was actually one of my favorite towns on this trip due to the sheer magnitude of emptiness and desolation. I just love this stuff, you know that. Tem, on the other hand, was not having it. It reminded him too much of Oklahoma. The large building here on the left is the old Childress Hotel. It opened in the 1920s, but has been closed for quite some time. Up until recently, it's been renovated and is now high-rise lofts for rent. They're actually not too bad. Fun little pop culture fact, this town is actually mentioned in the 1974 classic Texas Chainsaw Massacre film.
Don't phone here. We have to drive over to Childress.
Surprisingly, the downtown is actually in really good condition. I didn't see any trash or homeless people or anything. This is like a perfectly preserved ghost town. Imagine if there were like cocktail bars, restaurants, and like antique shops here. It'd be an awesome little off-the-grid town. I mean, there is one business here, this giant furniture store. Like, who's shopping here? So strange. A couple notable people who have lived here are Walter Chrysler, the founder of Chrysler Motors, Roy Furr, founder of Furr's Cafeteria. If you're from the 80s, you've definitely eaten at one of these, and former UFC fighter who was born here, Bubba McDaniel. I know we didn't get a chance to see all of the downtown. We didn't drive up and down every single street. I would have liked to, we just didn't have enough time. I'm sure there's more businesses around here that are open, and I wish nothing but the best for this little town. But for right now, we're gonna skedaddle out of here and head towards Amarillo. Once we left Childress, we made our way towards Amarillo, passing through Memphis. Looks just like Childress. Once we left Memphis, we hit Clarendon. Looks just like Childress. Then once we left Clarendon, we finally made it to Amarillo just in time to catch some dinner at the world famous Big Texan Steakhouse. Super good. So far.
I want to take pictures of it because it's so good.
Got this charbroiled salmon right here, baked potato. Yeah, they gave me some stuff on the side, some loaded stuff, you know. And you got the fried okra and the prime ribble. We got some jalapeno here with it, you know? Yeah, those fried mushrooms were absolutely incredible.
Fucking bomb.
The best. Aside from the fried mushrooms literally being the best on planet Earth, the rest of the meal was just mediocre at best. Both of our meals were lukewarm. I've had way better salmon at the Texas Roadhouse, and Tem wasn't really impressed with his steak either. I know this is gonna make every Texan pissed as hell, but I'm gonna give this place a B-. After dinner, we had no choice but to head 20 miles south to a town called Canyon, because literally every single hotel room in Amarillo was sold out. But as it turns out, Canyon ended up being a super cute little town, which we will explore on the next episode. Thanks for watching, and we'll check y'all's later. Peace.